My privilege. It is my privilege to introduce Jamie Griffiths to share his job search story and help you guys come one step to being one of the people who are employed just like him. Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Hi, guys. It's good to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, Steve asked me to kind of pop on and kind of share a little bit about my story. I was fortunate enough to land a job a couple of weeks ago in an industry that I had targeted. And Steve and I connected and was super helpful, but just wanted to thank all of you guys on the call because it was good as you go through this process. So a couple of things I think that I learned kind of going through this. And for me, I've been through this now three times within the last 3 years. Two of them were reduction in force or situations. So definitely spent a lot of time searching and looking and going through the emotional ups and downs of am I going to run out of money and what am I going to do and all of that type of stuff. So just a couple of things I think this has become a very non-personal process, right? The interview process. It's very difficult, I think. I'm in sales. I'm a people person. I want to look you in the eye, shake your hand. So I've struggled a little bit, I think, with connecting with people virtually. My advice would be try to personalize this interaction a little bit. Try to connect, try to figure out a way to develop some sort of a rapport with the recruiter, with the hiring manager. I probably filled out 65 applications and I probably heard back from 15 of them. My success came through people that I know. It was not just random applications. It was my network. It was reaching out to people. Um, and honestly, that's not something that I'm kind of it doesn't come easy necessarily reaching out asking for help. I kind of had to set my ego aside a little bit and you know just be a little bit vulnerable and ask people for help. And I think people that you've worked with in the past and people that you know, but my success has really come from my network. So I know it's in today's day and age, it's easy to fill out all these applications online. I don't even know if anybody read my applications. It's super easy to get frustrated, but my success was through people. So I would encourage everybody to lean into people that you know, connections, networking, that type of thing. So that was one thing. The second message for me is because this is virtual, energy and how you show up in these calls. Um, that comes naturally for me, generally. But I think when you go into these interviews and you're trying to connect with people, I know when I've hired tons of salespeople in my career and marketing people and been on interview panels. Do you show up as somebody that they would want to work with? Right. And bring in some energy, bring in some positivity. Um, those I think are super important when you're connecting with people virtually. So that's something that I've kind of leaned into a little bit, and I think that's helped me pretty considerably. Um, the third message for me was really around kind of controlling your surroundings a little bit. So when you have these calls, what is your lighting? What is your camera? You know, when I'm interviewing somebody, I'm looking in their background to kind of get bits and pieces of who they are as a person, right? So, like for me, I've got golf stuff in the background. I'm working back in the golf industry, which is what I wanted to do. But I went and bought a light and put it on top of my laptop. I bought a new camera and put it on top of my laptop. I changed the light bulbs in my office. So doing things like that and controlling your surroundings, that's it within our control. And people are looking for that, right? These interviewers are looking to kind of get to know a little bit about you without even asking the question. So that was another topic that Steve and I had talked about. Um, that worked out pretty good for me. So, any questions there for me on any of those first three topics? No.
Anybody?
Okay.
Anybody?
One of the other tactics that I took that was relatively successful for me was the what I'm going to call the multiple offer tactic. And at the end of the interview, generally you have the opportunity to ask questions back to the company. And I came up with a strategy of, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm kind of downfield on a couple other offers or one other offer. Now, that may or may not have been true, but by doing that, that was very, very beneficial for me because it kind of expedited the process along. And it also showed that somebody else was willing to hire me. So if you were a candidate that I think was on the fence, um, it encouraged these people to take action and take action relatively quickly. So that was something that was worked out pretty good for me. And I actually was able to get a couple of offers. And I had multiple offer situation that I had to pick between. And I was able to leverage one against the other in order to make it benefit me. So something to think about if you're comfortable doing that. Um, you may or may not have another offer, but it's a tactic that worked for me and was fairly beneficial. And then the last thing is just for me, it was just kind of prioritizing your health. This is an emotional roller coaster. And I give Steve a lot of credit and my previous company for allowing me to participate in this. But there's ups and downs, and you get on the call every week and you're hearing good stories and bad stories, and you're seeing everybody on this call on LinkedIn. And Don, I follow you on LinkedIn, and I was super impressed with what you were doing and your stuff that you're doing and the positivity that you're bringing. And, it was inspirational for me. So thank you. But prioritize your health, right? Go out for a walk, take your dog on a walk, go for a hike, um, take care of yourself a little bit because this is brutal. Absolutely brutal. It's tough, but you gotta stay positive. You gotta keep going. It's hard. I know everybody gets frustrated. Um, just do the right thing. Be positive. Keep on marching down the road, even when things are difficult. It'll come together. Be organized. Be personable. Um, show up with energy, and you guys will find something. Um, that's really kind of my 5 points that I prepared for the call today that I wanted to share with the team.
Okay. Big round of applause. Thank you. So let's go around. Let's go around and add people in and either comments or just congratulations. So we'll add first of all, we'll add Don.
No, I just want to congratulate you for uh, getting that job. That's something I truly believe in. I can do better at is talking to people's hearts. So I appreciate I think sometimes we want to get the numbers, but we have to talk sometimes people's emotions. So I appreciate your saying that. So something I need to improve at. But thank you.
All right. Next up is Roger.
Well, congratulations, Jamie. Well, I always wondered, by using a tactic if you got another job offer on there, if that would actually work, and it looks like it worked out for you. So it's a good tactic to keep in mind. What type of work are you going to be doing?
So I'm in sales. So basically, my background is calling on big major national retailers. So um, anybody that's got 50 to 1,000 stores per se. So like I'm going to be selling into Dick's Sporting Goods, um, big national retailers such as that. And then I'll manage our corporate sales channel as well. And then management groups. So management groups would be one company like Marriott Properties, and Marriott has 50 different golf courses. So I'll be selling our product into creating a sales program and then selling into these big conglomerates such that it trickles down into their properties.
Interesting. Well, congratulations, and hope it all works out for you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the multiple offer tactic is one that, if it's something, and like I said, I sometimes I was fortunate this go around, but it just expedites the process a little bit. If they're serious about you, they'll kind of get back to you pretty quickly. So, um, something to think about. It's a tactic. It worked out. And just a decision I think you have to make as you're talking to these recruiters or you're talking to the hiring manager. It almost makes you more attractive, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would believe it would. One other question. You changed your tactics in your room there. Did you use the same setting you have in there now for your interviews when you did virtual interviews?
I did. I did. I was actually this is my personal laptop. I was trying to connect through my new company laptop. That's why I was a couple minutes late to the call. But um, yeah, I did. And like I talked about, right, you can control the environment a little bit. So lighting, the camera angle, how you show up, giving a little bit about you behind you, those type of things. Some people may be comfortable doing that, some maybe not. But when I'm interviewing somebody, I'm looking for all the different clues, right? I'm looking to get to know you a little bit. I'm looking for maybe there's something that I can connect with you on. It's a Star Wars picture in the background. It's a picture of your dog or your family, or those are the little things that subconsciously I think people are looking at when if it is a video interview. I know I'm looking for that when I'm interviewing people.
I just noticed you got a sound coming in through your window hitting the wall back there. That's
Yep.
kind of so.
Yep. So that actually, I probably should close those shades, to be honest with you, which I've done. I have made a last minute switch on this camera. So, or this laptop, but yeah, those type of things I think are super important.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thanks, Roger. Okay. Next up is Jason.
Well, congratulations. And I'm not sure if you're having to be cautious about using the name, but obviously, and from when you were here before, you're talking about selling golf equipment. But is this a name that would be recognizable to
Yeah,
a
Sun Mountain
non-golf guy?
Sports. Yep, Sun Mountain Sports. So we've got the company's been around since '86. They're in Missoula, Montana. Um, Very innovative company. They've got the number one selling cart bag, very good golf bags. They also make push carts and then outerwear. So rainwear, apparel, some stuff like that. So it is a well-known brand. We've got placement in a lot of the big stores. One single owner ran it. He didn't do any marketing, but it was about a $50 million business a year. So some private equity group came in and bought it. Now they're looking to ramp it up. They're investing money in marketing and growing sales and infrastructure and things like that. So for me, living in Spokane, it's 3 hours over to the office. I can pop over to the office if needed. So for me, it worked out on a personal level as well as being back in an industry where I have a lot of my connections. I spent the first 20 years of my career in that industry. So it's good to be back. The amount of people that have reached out to me when I made the announcement was very positive. Um, so I'm excited to kind of reconnect with a bunch of people that I know pretty well from the first 20 years of my career.
How did you get hooked up with Steve and the job team?
So that was my previous employer. So that was Traeger. I worked at Traeger Pellet Grills in Salt Lake. And as everybody knows, Chinese steel tariffs at 45%. I just picked a bad time to get into the grill business. They laid off 100 to 600 people, and I was relatively new. I had only started in September and got laid off in June.
But
And
you were already in Spokane at that point. You were working
yeah,
remote.
yeah, 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 exactly. So just, and I just kind of chalked it up to, it wasn't a performance thing. It was every department. They let go senior executives all the way down to customer service people. And I just picked a bad time to be in
Bad
the grill
timing.
industry based on tariffs. And that was about as much time and dwelling on it. I was like, okay, like you just got to keep going. You got to move forward. Like there's nothing I'm going to do. Did I feel bad? Was I emotional about it? Yeah, I was. But I just was like, okay, that's done. I can't control the past. I can only control the future. And I'm super thankful that the company allowed me to join this group, and Steve and I have connected, and I think it's great what Steve does for all of us. I'm super grateful. Everybody on here being a little vulnerable, sharing your story, helping each other through this time. Yeah, it's really cool because it's hard, right?
It
It's
is.
super hard. And if I can be of help to anybody on the call, I'm more than willing to invest some time and have a conversation and help and review and give you whatever you need. I'm happy to give back to this group because it helped me get through some challenging stuff.
Well, good luck and welcome back to the game.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Next up is Kevin.
Me okay?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Jamie, I don't know if we had the chance to be on any calls before. I think I came in after maybe you were not joining here anymore, but congratulations. I think I've been going out my search very much similar to what you've been going out, just trying to use the connections that I've got and the people that I know. So that's where I've been most successful so far. But sounds like a fun industry, and congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the people part of it, just it's just not a personal experience nowadays, right? Everybody's getting 500 applications for a job. It just, I don't know. I just AI tools and all this stuff and virtual interviews and that type of thing. It's you got to figure out a way to break through it. I turned 50 this year, and I don't know. I just never. I guess I'm starting to, be old as it's with all this technology and stuff. I never thought that honestly, but this process made me really question that, without a doubt. But yeah, the personal piece of it, if you can lean into that, that's what worked for me. So I would encourage everybody to lean into that as much as possible.
Oh, you're muted. Are you any more, Kevin?
No, I think that's it. Thank you. Thanks for coming and sharing.
Yeah, no problem. If I can help, let me know.
All right. Next up is, where'd he go to? Travis.
I'm here. I really didn't have any comments other than, congratulations. Really warms the heart to see people succeeding, and we're all we're all behind each other. So that's greatly appreciated. So kudos, my friend.
Yeah. Thanks, Travis. Appreciate it, man. Keep grinding. It'll come. Just keep swinging the bat. Find something that you want. Be pointed in your search. And then when you find a good one, go get it. Like just try to connect with people. That's where, like I said, that's where I had my success. Um, I was pretty pointed in some of my, kind of what I wanted to do. Now, as time goes on, your scope widens and broadens, right? And I think desperation or willingness to entertain new ideas, I think that's very natural and that can happen. But I would say try to pick a lane, figure out what you want to do, and then do your best to try to find that if possible, right? Sometimes that's not reality, but take care of yourself, stay positive, just keep going, keep grinding. It sucks, but just keep going.
Adapt or die, right?
Yeah.
And you both share something similar in nature. Jamie is a golfer and Travis is a frisbee golfer, I believe, or whatever you call it, disc golfer. Is that right, Travis? Did I have you wrong? Oh, sorry about that. Okay.
I loved watching his eyes as you were saying that. Like, oh,
From your calendar, morning break starts in 30 minutes.
Okay. I mean, there's a disc golf course nearby me, but no, I can barely throw a regular frisbee, let alone be accurate with something highly specialized.
Okay. Right. All right. Wrong. I think I know most everybody here, but not everybody. Okay. Brett Hadley.
Yes, I don't have, as far as some questions, I was just going to just ask a few questions about kind of the other offers you have, but I know that's already been asked before. So no additional questions other than just congratulations. And I appreciate your enthusiasm you shared with the group today. So thank you very much for that. And again, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Brad Heaton.
I was late, so I didn't catch your thing, but congratulations.
Okay. Thanks, Brad. And Stan.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me. I had a little technical difficulties.
We
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me?
We got you,
Okay.
Stan.
Good. Just congratulations. I like your comments about the stuff behind you, how it shares a little info about you. It makes the connection have more depth. I never really thought about that much till you said that. So thank you. And I myself like network. I'm an introvert, so in college I didn't make any friends. I didn't want any friends. All through my professional life, I only made a few friends, and like decades later, I realized, well, I missed a lot of opportunities. So networking is important. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
It is. And, it's those people who love and like us and want to help us. Some of them don't know how to. We have to teach them to do that. And so one thing to know is that Jamie, he used that tactic, but he actually did have two viable ones to pick from. And it was, I think for him, he might have struggled, but for his girlfriend, it was a no-brainer. Do what you love. It's in the thing you love. He loves playing golf, and I'm hoping I don't think he'll ever come to Utah unless Sportsman's Warehouse carries golf clubs, which I don't think they do, because I think their corporate office is out of here. But I hope he gets to play some wonderful golf courses, like I don't know. Like I know he's in the US, but wouldn't it be great? Have you ever played St. Andrews, Jamie?
I have.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. Wow. Okay.
Well, maybe I'm just gonna come and visit you, Steve, and we got to play golf.
It would be good. It would be fun. Anybody else have any other questions? I think I called on everybody. Okay. Jamie, thank you for coming. Any just parting wisdom that you haven't already shared?
Just like I said, it's a learning process. Take care of yourself, prioritize your health, prioritize your mental health. If you're struggling, reach out to the people who listen to you. Steve, I appreciate you do this call. This is amazing. I had no idea what to expect, and they said, Traeger said we've got a job placement service, and we're going to sign you up. So thank you to you and your team. And to everybody on the call, if I can be of help or assistance, or you've got an offer, or you're getting close on one, and you just need a little pep talk, and you want to have some tactics on how try to help close it, I'm happy to be a resource for the group, and I appreciated my time here, and thank you. Thanks to everybody. And I'm excited to see everybody get back to working, and I'm very appreciative of my time here with this group and to you, Steve. So thank you.
Thanks, Jamie. Let's give Jamie a big round of applause for coming today. Take your time out of his schedule. He is working, so thank you. And if you're in Utah, I hope you'll look me up.
Yeah, we'll stay in touch for sure. Without a doubt, absolutely. Like I said, please don't hesitate to reach out if I can be of assistance to anybody else.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
All right. Thanks, Jamie. All right. Bye-bye.